Gather up your projects, settle in your favorite spot. It's time to stitch with Sarah at her stitchy Camelot. Let's celebrate each other, this community we've got. It's time to get down to Sarah's stitchy spot.
Hello everyone, my name is Sarah. Welcome to my FlossTube channel, where we will discuss and celebrate all things cross-stitch. Grab your favorite beverage, get comfortable, and join me
at Sarah's stitchy spot.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and this is FlossTube number 77. It is Wednesday, June the 18th. 2025, and I would like to take this moment to welcome each and every one of you to my FlossTube channel. As I do at the beginning of every video, I want to send hugs, kisses, and so much love to my husband Stan for writing and performing the intro song that you just heard. If you are new to my FlossTube channel, welcome. We have a fabulous bunch here. So if you like what you see, I hope you will subscribe, ring the bell, share, like, and do all the things that we do on FlossTube. And for all of my returning viewers and subscribers, hi. I remain without words for all the absolute love and the prayers and the well wishes and the positive vibes and the lifting me and stand up that you have all done through your comments and just feeling your love. So thank you so much for that. And I look forward to us spending a little bit of time together. I do want to say Stan's second surgery will be July 27th. No, will be June 27th. And if you guys could hold on and keep us in your thoughts for that surgery, that would be absolutely wonderful. Stan will be playing with his band on Friday night, the 20th, which is also my birthday. So I'll get a special concert. And I guess I had moments when I wasn't sure that I was going to get to see him do that. So I'm so excited, and I hope I'll take a picture or two at the performance that I can share with all of you, showing off my rock star husband. So, okay. I have so much on this table that I may actually even have to stop and put some up, and because I have a basket of whips that is nuts. I think you will see throughout this video a little bit of the theme of stress stitching and maybe some retail stress therapy. Let's get into it. Okay, we did have Zoom number 17 last Sunday, and we were very fortunate to have Jackie, the comfort stitcher, with us, and Jackie, that is always such a joy, and it was a wonderful group. And we also had Rose, and I want to give her a shout out. She has a FlossTube. It's called Untwist Your Stitches. I will link her down below. And Rose, it was so wonderful to meet you. And so I hope you will all go check out her video. But the Zoom was great. We got to share each other's stitching. We had so many topics that we discussed, and they just remain a highlight. And so I know that the next Zoom, which will be Zoom number 18, will be on Sunday, July the 13th from 12 to 2 p.m. Pacific Daylight Savings Time. So I will ask you all to, if you would like to join in, to put Zoom in your comment. And when I come back for my next FlossTube, I will announce those 10 names. So anyway, I find so much joy in those meetings, and getting to know each of you. It means the world to me. So, okay, we also had a wonderful Across the Pond, which was the group that is hosted by Angie, the Tiny House Stitcher, and Marie of Stitches and Diamonds. And again, that was a wonderful group of stitchers, and it's so nice to sit and stitch and just be wowed by the talent of all of you. So I encourage you, there is a Facebook page, Across the Pond. If I remember, I will try to put a link down below. There will be questions to answer, but it's a wonderful group. And I think that the Zooms, which occur once monthly, generally on the second Saturday of the month, are just, they're fabulous. So I would encourage you to jump in with that. Okay, so, well, speaking of Zooms, let's jump into June being a fabulous birthday month. I had a Zoom call with Judy Stitching Bunny, Marcy, and Holly of Hobbies of Holly. We all started together on the Brenda Gervais, A Daily Reminder. So this is a new start for me since I've seen you last. It was a wonderful, it was just wonderful because we all got to do it together to put our first stitches in. Several of you are just blasting through. So I chose to do mine on the called for, which is it the called for? I think it is. Yes, Arboreal by Judy of Cedar River Design and Linens and Designs. And I am doing it on a 40 count. I'm using all of the, well, actually, I'm using Vicki Clayton silk. So these are some of them that I have already put on floss drops. So we did that on June the 8th, and so we've all gotten started, and I encourage any of you that just want to join in with us, or any of you that have June birthdays and want to jump in with us, please let me know in the comments. I do know Caroline of the Thread Gremlins, she did have a June birthday, and I wanted to wish her a big happy birthday. So this is, I know I'm jumping all over the place, but this is my start on A Daily Reminder. Look how those colors pop. This, you can see this thread, this was how I was sort of counting to try not to make a mistake. It's a basting thread that I will just pull out. Kim of Contented Needleworker, you were right. Now, this working on this dark of a linen in 40 count was a little bit of a challenge to me right at first, but you know, by the time the Zoom was ending, my eyes had adjusted, and I'm really enjoying stitching on it. All of the letters here are Smyrna crosses, and there is also going to be, I don't think any of us knew that, this whole border is satin stitch. Yeah, so it'll be beautiful, but it'll be work. So anyway, this is my new start. So I just wanted to bring this up with talking about Zoom calls and how much fun it is, and the four of us plan to continue to Zoom as we work on this and celebrate each other and our birthdays. So that is one of my new starts, and that is A Daily Reminder by Brenda Gervais. Okay, so now we can kind of go back into my list of things that I wanted to be sure that I talked about. Okay, the winner of Merry and Bright, which, where did I put it? You see, I'm already, this was a giveaway from last time, is Sharon Robinson, 9958. So congratulations, Sharon. If you will look in the drop-down box, my email is there, and if you will send me your address, I will get this off to you in the mail just in time for Christmas in July, if you choose to do that. I actually picked this up, and you will see it in my whips, and hopefully that will give you some inspiration, Sharon, to start stitching on this. So that is the winner of Merry and Bright. My new giveaway this week, or this FlossTube, is going to be also another chart of Vanessa, I'm blanking, Virginia. Thank you so much for sending all these charts. But this one is a Rosewood Manor, and it is golden watercolor butterfly, and it is fascinating. It has black work, then this pop of color with the butterfly. It's got letters, it's got a border, but it really is beautiful, and it's also something that just screams out, do with me what you wish, as far as a color palette. So the key word for this will be butterfly. And I hope you'll all put that in your comment. Now, remember, you need to be over 18 so that I can legally ask you for your address. And don't put words like, free, prize, winner, freebie, so that we can keep those bots and trolls away from the things that we want to stitch. So that will be the giveaway for next time. All right, now, I wanted to let you all know that Hanneke, a Dutch stitcher, has her fourth a stitchy chat out, and she is interviewing in this one Andrew, the runner stitcher, and it is delightful, and I hope you all are taking advantage of these wonderful interviews with cross stitchers. So far, she has done Sarah of Sew Me Sarah. She's done Kim, Contented Needleworker Kim. I filled the third spot, and Andrew, she just released that this week. So, and not only that, her own personal FlossTubes, where her stitching is just exquisite. I'm going to take a little drink. Okay. I also wanted to mention, I watched Cat of Catkin and Lily. I know all of you have heard of her, but she did a video on something she called hoop butts, and it is an ingenious way of finishing the backs of pieces that you might choose to frame in a hoop. And I heard about her and this particular video from Sally of Stitchy Sally. Hi, Sally. And I went right away and watched it, and I think that you will all enjoy seeing that, because it makes a beautiful finish and an easy finish for those things that you want to do in a hoop. So I wanted to mention that. Okay, I did that. Also, Susan Stanley, I mean, what can I say about Susan Stanley? She's just taught us so much, and she's just so open and wonderful. But one of her last couple of videos, she said, on the hexes for the English paper piecing, if you can just do one a day. And I've been trying so hard to do that. So I've just been cutting random fabric. So I've got these, see, I've got that many. And in those patterns, I've got some pretty flowers. I've got some beautiful greens. I've got neutrals, a couple of neutrals here. Let's see what else. I just love this fabric. I don't know what any of these fabrics are. They're just basically fabrics that either I got at a thrift shop, or they were my mother's, or But anyway, and then the last, which you're going to see this fabric again, are these purples and these bright colors here. So I have been trying, Susan, to make a hexie a day, and I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but I'm actually having a lot of fun just making the hexies, if you really want to know the truth. Okay, so that, I wanted to make sure that I mentioned that. Then, on Brenda and Laura's, not their most recent video, but the one right before it, Brenda has been doing some fabulous crocheting. Congratulations, Brenda. And she was talking about, she was making some granny square type things that could be enlarged or built upon to make a doily. I think it's Lori. Oh my goodness. I'm just blanked. I'll run it across the, I don't know where these names are going, but they're gone. So anyway, Lori Holt. Anyway, and I know we all watch her and love, again, all the things that she has taught us and given us and inspired us with. But I wanted to show you a doily that I made hundreds of these, literally. And this is called Hipster Doily. And I will put the link below for the pattern. And what I use, because I cannot stand to weave in ends, is I used a multicolored finger weight yarn. And they can be so bright, and you can just do anything you want with them. You can put them under a brightly colored vase with flowers in them. But oh, they're great fun, and they make up very quickly. And I'm kind of tempted to maybe start another one. But it just reminded me of that, and I enjoyed making these so much. So this is Hipster Doily, and I will put the link down below if any of you are interested in that. Okay, so I did that. Oh, and then I wanted to share that, look, this is the newest Needle Arts magazine from the Embroiderers Guild of America, and Claudia Kirshner has an article about Bristol's. I was so proud. So I just wanted to let you guys know that if you get this magazine, you might want to take a look. We'll always take a look at it, but there is an article about Claudia, and I have been so fortunate to hear Claudia speak, and most recently in February when we were in Arizona for a small retreat. So beautiful article, and so I just wanted to give that a plug. Okay, I think what we will do next is shares. So I'm going to stop here, get a little bit of this off the table, and I'll be right back. Okay, let's do shares. This is, I can tell from your comments, everyone is enjoying this segment so much, and I want to thank you right from the offset for all of you sending me your finished pieces. I appreciate it so much, and I hope you will continue to do so. So the first one is by Melissa. Melissa is in our group for the Love of Stitches, and this is called Bunny Run Around, and it's by Teresa Lehman, and it's stitched with a single strand of DMC. And are you ready for this? It is all French and colonial knots. How fabulous. So she has a finish. It's in the frame. It's ready to go. And Melissa, it is just stunning. Thank you so much for sending that. Next, from Kathy, we have Spring Fling by Brenda Gervais. Because spring is one of her favorite seasons, she added on there, Spring Will Come Again. And her second piece is Forever and Ever by Cottage Garden Samplings. And this was a wedding gift for her grandson and his bride. So they're absolutely beautiful. And you just make me want to stitch another cottage garden sampling because that one is gorgeous. Anka sent Arc of White by Tempting Tangles, and she stitched this on a Belfast linen by Picture This Plus, and she used the called for threads. The second piece that she sent is Let Heaven and Nature Sing by Kathy Barrick, and this is stitched on 32 count overdyed linen by Silk Weaver, and the threads are from Stash. And the last piece is Grand Old Flag by Brenda Gervais With Thy Needle and Thread. And this is on a 40 count marbleized hazelnut linen from X2 Design. And Anka, they're gorgeous, and I am so glad that you have been sharing your stitching with us. Deborah, the Shingle Spring Stitcher, did a whip go finish of Brr, It's Cold Outside by Brenda Gervais. This is stitched on 36 count frost by Bestitch Me, and she used floss from Stash. And last is Jeannie, and Jeannie has a framed finish of the Historical Sampler Company's Stitch Along. This is the Secret Garden Stitch Along. She stitched this on 18 count Pale Fawn Ada by Color and Cotton, and she self-framed with a frame from Art to Frames. So congratulations to everyone on this beautiful, beautiful, these finishes. I'm just so honored to share them. Now, speaking of Historical Sampler Company, I'll go ahead and pop in some pictures here. They have launched their brand new Stitch Along, which is a Halloween themed stitch along called Pumpkin Patch. And this will have a start date of July the 7th, and there will be 4 parts in total released. And you can order this now. It is open for pre-order. And I will be showing you some of the, most likely by this time, the gift box is sold out. But you will see some of the things that are included in the gift box here, which can be purchased separately. So they will still be available on the website, and I will have all of that linked below. So I have enjoyed so much working with Suzanne and Joanne from Historical Sampler Company, and I hope you guys will take a look at it, and I'll have all the links below. They also have a Facebook group that I will have linked below as well for these stitch-alongs, and it is wonderful inspiration to watch everyone work on these stitch-alongs and finish them. You're still going to be seeing mine from January, but I'll get it done. So that is the Pumpkin Patch Stitch Along, and that will start July the 7th, and I will have those all linked below. So those were our shares, and let's see, where are we going to go from there? I want to make sure. Okay, I did show you one of my new starts, which was a daily reminder. This is just going to be a brief peek, but I have now started Aria's stocking. So this is a Wildlife Christmas, and it's by Linda Gillum, Cooler Classic Designs. And I'm not even going to pull the big piece of Ada out. I just started right up in here and got the stitches in so that I can say it is started. And what's fun about this is that Karen, the Stitching Owl, she's going to start a stocking as well. And so we will both be working on those at the same time. So thank you, Karen, for hanging around and waiting until I got this started. And if you're not watching Karen at the Stitching Owl, you should be. She is just, she's a phenomenal stitcher, and she's working on a lot of the birds from Mud Puppy Stitchery, and these designs by Kenzie are fabulous, and she's doing a lot of model stitching for her. So I encourage you guys to go and take a look at Karen's FlossTube. Now, I don't have any fully finishes, but do you guys remember this? I thought maybe this would fit in a project bag I was making, but I don't. I'll have to write down below. I know it's Miss Sarah Jane, maybe Parker or something, but I don't remember the designer. But this was one of my first, when I started my video, was one of my first finishes from 2 threads a day. So I'm hoping to maybe find a way to incorporate that into a project bag, but it will have to, I'll have to adjust the sizes of the pieces so that it's bigger. I thought about that because I made 3 project bags, and I love making project bags. What I do not like doing is cutting fabric. And so when I made the project bag with the beautiful stitch piece from Cynthia, the hummingbird, I found this fabric, and so while I was cutting, I just cut it all up. So I have 3 project bags, very similar, but this is one. So it has the 2 colors on the front, and I did get some just very neutral fabric to go on the inside. Okay, and then one has the same colors on the front, and then the back. And then the third it's just all this beautiful bright colors, summer colors. So now I have 3 project bags, which I need desperately because I keep starting things. Okay, so those are my project bags. I've had the 2 new starts. I think that we are ready to look at my whips. So strap in, get a drink, have something to stitch on, because wow. This is my book of days. Nary a sticker in sight, but a lot of writing. So let's get started. The first one, which is what I was working on today, is my focus piece, which is Pet All the Dogs by Teresa Kogut. I am stitching this on a piece of 36 count Weeks Aspen, the old Weeks Aspen, the old Weeks fabric. And I'm using the called for floss, which is a mixture of overdyed and DMC. And I have almost finished the house. So look at that. So what I have done, I only have 1 flower left in the border. I did get Pet started. So Pet All the Dogs, that is started. I finished this line all the way across, and I had a little bit left on the thread, so I started the numbers that are going to be on that side. And I also put in one of these little doomy jiggers that I had left out. So I still have some windows to do in the door. There's still a bit to do. But I am getting close enough that I'm getting, I'm getting excited. So that is Pet All the Dogs by Teresa Kogut. It is my focus piece, so it gets at least 7 days of the month, and until it's finished. So it doesn't go back to languish anywhere. Okay. Next, we have just what I was talking about. I have started doing Christmas stitching on Sunday, and so I pulled out my Merry and Bright by Cottage Garden Samplings and just enjoyed it so much. So this is being stitched on 36 count Eucalyptus by Fox and Rabbit. I'm using the called for overdyed floss. I started this in 2022, so it sort of should get finished, right? But anyway, here it is. And I concentrated, as you can see, I'm putting the outline of these berries. And I started working on, oh, I put all this down in here, right here, because this is going to be a leaf. That's the border of the leaf. So isn't it pretty? But it's a lot of stitching. But I haven't even got to the bird. I do have the bird's feet in right here. It's hard to see. But that's Merry and Bright by Cottage Garden Samplings. Are you guys going to do Christmas in July? I'm probably going to do a little. I'll talk about that in plans. But okay, now this is my, I did work on the historical sampler winter stitch along. Oh, you guys will be so happy when I finish this. And I'm stitching it on the fabric that came with the kit and the call for DMC. So I have started the house. I've done some work in the house. I have one more owl here. I got both of these. So all of those quilt blocks are in with the little fiddly doodads. Not wild about those. So I have one more owl in the blank box there, and then I'm working on the house. So it's close. It's not a huge house. It is not the house from Pet All the Dogs. So that is the winter sampler. It was called the Little Owl Stitch Along from Historical Sampler Company. And look at these cute little canvas bags that you get with them. I just love them. Okay, next is, oh, and I love this too. This is from Sophie Stitchery. Sarah sent me 2 of her patterns, and I jumped right on this one. The other one is a sampler, which I would love to do, but I just thought this one was so sweet. And I'm stitching it on the 46 count linen that Steph of Lake Girl Stitches gave me, that she overdyed herself. And so I worked on this border. I got the words all the way across, and I have started on those sweet little flowers. So I'm just keeping those threads, and I just alternate the blue and the white, the blue and the white, but with the little yellow center. Oh my God, I love it. It is going to be so sweet. And it says, her own thoughts and reflections were habitually her best companions. Jane Austen, 19? I can't really see that. But anyway, so that is that piece, and it is great fun. And then for Colorado Cross Stitch summer stitch camp, I started Nectar, no surprise there, by the Artsy Housewife. This is one of her Patreon charts. I'm stitching this 1/1 on a 25 count Lugana from Those Missing Stitches called Rugged Rochester. And here is my progress. So I think I only have one more flower right here, and then it'll go down. But look at these colors. They're just gorgeous. So that is Nectar by the Artsy Housewife. I obviously so badly want to get to the hummingbird. Okay. I'm not optimistic that I will get a finish on this before June is up, but it was really something that I wanted to stitch on. So next we have, oh yes, I wanted to work on my Biscorn, which, why do I always pick the most stitch heavy? But I love this, and Lorraine graciously sent this to me. Hi, Lorraine. And this is by Teresa Kogut. I am stitching this on a 40 count Hemingway by Needle and Flax. And I'm using the called for overdyed and DMC. So this is where I am. I got quite a bit of work done on this butterfly right here. But there's gonna be, you know, it's a Biscorn. There will be 4. But look at those sweet little stitches. So that is the Newcastle Bouquet Biscorn by Teresa Kogut. And it lives in a little bag. That was a gift from Cindy. Hi, Cindy. And so it fits in here just perfectly. Okay. Next, we have, oh my goodness, yes. This is Agnes KS by Hemlock and Rye. And I'm really attempting to get a lot of the border done, and it's a bit tedious. But I am stitching this on a 40 count Eleanor's Ivory, by Swan Bay Fabrics, and I love it. So this is where I am. But I love the way the border looks, but you have to just, I have to do it to get the path that I want. So Agnes KS by Hemlock and Rye on Swan Bay Fabric, Eleanor's Ivory. Okay, and it is the one that you will see a theme in my fabric that lives in the piece that project bag that I made from Cynthia's Stitched Hummingbirds. I'm gonna put a little clip of the, and I'm stitching this in Vicki Clayton Silks. I'm so sorry I didn't mention that. I'm gonna put a little clip at the end when I show off my grandchildren that of my hummingbirds, and I think you guys are gonna love it. Okay, next we have my Dear Eddie and Patsy from Maximum Cross Stitch. And I think I worked primarily down in here. This is on a 36 count piece of Catnip by Roxy Floss Co. And I am using all of the Roxy Floss Co. floss called for. And so I am actually, I got this flower in, look at that. There'll still be one more up in here, but oh, it's getting so close. Trisha, Preb 409, just recently showed a finish on Instagram. Congratulations, Trisha. It was inspiring. So that is Eddie and Patsy by Maximum Cross Stitch. Okay. And next we have, this is one of my Whip Go pieces. This is Lady Halloween, which means it should get 3 days out of the month of June. I have chosen to stitch this all in one color, so it is in black. I'm stitching it on a 36 count piece of Mellow by Picture This Plus, and I'm using the Floramel Silk Soitagé in Antique Black. And I so enjoyed stitching on this. So I am working, I worked all the way down this side. So I get really nervous with these Quakers, and so my plan is to go all the way down and then across and then up, and then if I have mistakes, they will be hopefully where they can be fudged in the center, but trying very hard not to make a mistake. But I got quite a bit done, so I was very excited. So that's Lady Halloween by Jardin Privé. And it has had 1 day. I owe it 2 more days for this month. And that is my whip go. The first of my 2 whip goes. Okay. Next we have my reds. Let me put this in here so it doesn't get lost. Sorry. Okay. Is my red sampler Thursday stitch, which is a French Fancy by Mama Loves You GB. And I am stitching this on a piece of 56 count coffee au lait. I'm using the Avera Soie Surfine in the color 2644. So I now have D in, and I have taken this this border across almost to the D. Oh, it's so sweet. Oh, look at those little stitches. This really excites me. You know, because you think about it. You could have just sat there, Sarah, and just said, oh, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to stitch on 56 count. And the sheer joy that this has brought me is wonderful. So that is a French Fancy by Mama Loves You GB. Okay. Next, we have another piece from Historical Sampler Company, and that is Stitching My Way to Happiness. And this was designed by Emma Congdon of Stitchrovia. I'm stitching it on the 32 count fabric that came with it, 1/2 with the called for DMC. And because I'm getting sort of close to a finish, I was so interested in the hoop butts that Kat talked about that I will link below because I think it's just a fabulous way to finish the backs. And so this is my progress. So I know another butterfly in, but primarily working here on the word happiness. So that is the right side. Yeah, Stitching My Way to Happiness. Which this was the cotton and twine offering for January. There, and the hoop came with it. Everything is there to finish it. Okay. Next, we have what? Oh, this was my other Sunday Christmas piece that I worked on, and that is Red Berries by Modern Folk Embroidery. Again, it was just such a joy to stitch this. I had been doing a 1 stitch a day on this, I think up until Christmas of last year. And I'm stitching this on a 36 count Exceptional Eleanor by Those Missing Stitches, and I'm using the Roxy Floss Co. floss, and it Dark Sage and Cherry. So I worked all in this area right up in here. And I think I did put some border in. Yeah, I started to put the double border in here. It's just so delicate and so beautiful. So that's Red Berries by Modern Folk Embroidery. Okay. Then next we have my second whip go call for this month, which is Big Chicken Little Chicken Pin Keep by Stacy Nash. I'm stitching this on a piece of 40 count Old Stationery by Seraphim. And I did mostly the called for. I do have a couple of substitutions. I did Cherry Cobbler for the Weeks Dye Works Red Rocks, and I'm using a Roxy Floss Co. silver birch for the Weeks Dye Works tin roof. I am stitching this with Anne. Our hashtag was Chicken Little Sal, and I know she's much further along. And this is my progress. So I have gotten 2 days on this, so I owe it one more day, but you know, I've got all of this is new. All of this is new. This is, I think, down as far as it will go. But that's just the top. I have the back and the border. But it will be a nice way to start to do a basket, mattress finish for the, that I haven't ever done. So I'm very excited about that. So that is Big Chicken, Little Chicken. And it also lives in this beautiful bag that Anne made as well. With the handle, it says Sarah Stitchy Spot. And the lady in the middle was stitched by both of us. So thank you, Anne. You know I treasure that bag. Okay. Oh, and the goods just keep on coming. So next is my Baldquin Birdies by Modern Folk Embroidery, which is the 2025 Sal. This is my hashtag Whip Into Shape, which is hosted by Andrew, the runner stitcher, and we are stitching to go along with his marathon training. He will be running a marathon in August, and if you go back a couple of videos of his, he explains it all, but he has a spreadsheet that shows us how many miles he's run each week, or how much time he has run. So I am stitching 10 stitches for every mile. Some people are doing it as time if they don't count the stitches. So he has all that totaled up. It's very easy to do. And then some people are just doing it the way, that they want to do. No rules in cross stitch. But thank you, Andrew, for hosting this. So this is my progress. And I did put up a progress picture on Instagram, and I was amazed that in 4 weeks, how much I had accomplished. So here is where I am. And I am stitching this on a 25 count Lugana light mushroom, and I'm using Pirate and Robin cotton floss in the color Redstone. So, oh, it's so gorgeous, and it's so little. So that is Baldquin Birdies. I wait usually until the end of the week and then put all the stitches in for that week. But it keeps your hands on it. And I just watched Jason cross stitch this morning, and he's making tremendous progress on his Baldquin Birdies, and he is also doing the hashtag Whip Into Shape. So my next piece, we've only got 2 more. I know you probably just can't believe this. I wanted to get some work done on this. Obviously tomorrow will be June 19th, and that is This Juneteenth Day by Shaded Stitchery. I know Corinne of Corey Creates is working on this. She's a little bit further along than I am. But I'm stitching this on a piece of 36 count summer khaki. I'm using the called for DMC, and again, I got quite a bit done on this. So I tried to put at least 2 or 3 threads in this border across the top. I got the water finished. I've gotten this almost completed. And I still need to do, you know, to fill in this all the way across to have that top complete. So that is this Juneteenth day, and it says, celebrate and remember ancestors who stay in our souls forever this Juneteenth day. And she also has given us a, we can put, I think Americans, I thought I had that right here. I think it's in my good notes, but you can substitute for ancestors, Americans. So I love this piece. I love working on it. So, and it lives in a project bag made by me with women of color. Okay. It's starting to get warm. This is going to be one of our warmest days, I think, in several weeks. And then we're going to cool down again. This is kind of crazy weather for California, but and then, yes, oh, we hit bottom. My last piece is One Stitch at a Time, which is the stitch along for Across the Pond. This is by La-Di Da. I am behind. I am officially behind. So May should have been this whole house, and then June would be over here. So, but I'm enjoying every moment I stitch, and that's really what matters. I'm stitching this on a piece of 40 count wheat by Fiber on a Whim, and I'm using the called for over-dyed floss. And so this is my progress on the house. Not really great, because I still got that whole roof to do and basically the whole house. Okay, but I'm having a great time. And thank you, Sarah of Sew Me Sarah, for organizing this. I think we're all even already looking forward to what you will put together for us for next year. So that is One Stitch at a Time by La-Di Da. And it lives in my retirement bag, which has Move Forward in Love, Happy Pride, and this was designed by Jacob of Modern Folk Embroidery. Those are my whips, or my works in progress. That was, I know, a really, really full bag. So I do have, so plans. Plans will be, I owe Big Chicken, Little Chicken another day for Whip Go. And I owe Lady Halloween 2 days. I'm pretty close to the number of days I owe Pet All the Dogs, but anytime I just, you know, want easy stitching and fill-in stitching, I'm trying to pick up and put a thread or two a day in on that house. And I have a new start that I have planned, and I will show you that with Happy Mail. And so that's what that is. And okay, I'm just trying to make sure. So let me talk about Happy Mail. I got a beautiful card from Judy of JBW Designs. Thank you so much, Judy. But I wanted to read what it says on the front. A friend is someone that reaches for your hand and touches your heart. And that's beautiful. It's just such a sweet card. Thank you, Judy. That was really very kind of you. Okay, let's hope I can do this. First of all, I wanted to talk about a FlossTube that I watched, which is Moonshine Stitchery. Phoebe put up a stitch along FlossTube. just her stitching and piano music. But it was piano music that she was playing herself. And I know I knew that she played the organ for church. But it was just another side of Phoebe that I hadn't seen before hearing her play. And when I went to comment on it after it was over, what dawned on me is that the piece that I worked on, which was a French fancy, the D in particular, that her music and her talent is now sewn into that piece. And it sent me down this sort of rabbit hole from the young girls that stitch samplers to the women that embroidered on dresses, to the, not only as stitchers are we carrying on a tradition of stitching, the history of stitching, but imagine if that fabric and thread could talk, or if it could reach into our minds as to what we were thinking about as we stitched. I think it's so profound, it's almost overwhelming to me. Personally, I think about stitching on a piece that I gifted when Eva was in labor with her first baby. I think about the pieces that I had in the hospital with me when I stitched, when Stan was in the hospital. But all of us stitch, and all of us have this deep, rich history when we're with family and the conversations that are going on and we're stitching. All of that gets woven in to what we stitch. When we stitch a gift for someone, we often think about that person and our memories with that person and our friendship with that person, our hopes for those people. So it's just another facet of our community and our stitching that I think makes it so incredibly fabulous, so meaningful. So I just wanted to share that. And speaking of meaningful, Phoebe reached out to me and said that she wanted to send me, I know I'm not going to get through this, a little something for my birthday. And so I said, well, thank you. That's lovely. And I got this gorgeous card, which, as you know, I was talking about her playing the piano. And so now I have this from Phoebe. Oh, I'm not going to be able to do it. Shoot. Sorry. But she dyed a piece of fabric because she's an incredible fabric dyer. That's called My Stitchy Spot. And it's so beautiful. I just want you to see all the, look at this. I've never had a piece of fabric named for me, so I may have to stop being so silly. About the time that I received that, Jacob released this incredible A Cloud of Sweetness HS 1850. And we were allowed to purchase it early if we belonged to his Patreon. And I did. And so Heidi and I are going to stitch this together. I have pulled some of the, I'm going to do it in the DMC. which is not really put together, but as you can see, I'll try to hold it up. It's going to go beautifully on this. So I know that's not a really good way to show it. But so I'm very excited about starting that. And I'm very, very excited about starting it on this piece of fabric. So Phoebe, thank you from the bottom of my heart for that generosity. And Jacob, thank you for this gorgeous chart. So I know it's not a surprise that I get upset. And then I have some haul, and I'm going to call this completely retail therapy. So if I wasn't completely aware of going through everything with Stan and how it affected me, this will show all of you. But Abby Top Knot had a big sale, and I went on it, and so I got these following charts. The first one was climbing the trellis. It is one of the Garden Club series, number 7. I got a Dutch bird, 1919, inspired by Kim, the contented needlework, and many of you have stitched this. I got a couple of Prairie Schoolers, and they're cardboard, so that I didn't have. I've always wanted this one with the north wind, and then this one with the cardinal. I got Bun Bun by the Artsy Housewife. And this, Vince calls his stuffed rabbit Bun Bun. I mean, I had to, right? So, and Carolyn of Curious Crafters, she is making great progress on this. I encourage you to go watch Carolyn and Anna on Curious Crafters. I got Mary Barton's work by Mojo Stitches. And From Velvet to Flannel by Kathy Barrick. So I know anyone with good sense would think, did you find the Fountain of Youth? Well, I don't know, but I'm really looking forward to diving in. So I won't be doing that. I don't do it very often, but it was a sale, right? So anyway, let's recap a little. Okay, so there will be a Zoom number 18 on July 13th. So please put Zoom in the comments if you would like to do that. The giveaway is, oh my goodness, I think I put it up, but it is the piece by Rosewood Manor. It is watercolor butterfly, and please use the word butterfly in your comment if you would like a chance to win that. I'm just looking over everything to make sure that, and Sharon Robinson, 9958, you won the giveaway for Marion Bright, so please send me your address so I can mail that to you. Okay, I think I've covered everything, so I do want to to talk about love. Can we talk about it too much? No. Can we talk about compassion too much? No. Empathy? No. And we can do it, and we need to reach deep, deep, deep inside ourselves and make sure the world knows that it's what we need to do. And I know you guys can do it. You know, there's not a better way to end this. Someone just walked in the room, and he thinks he's going to get by without saying hello to all of you, but I want you to come here, and you'll really see me cry, but say hello to everyone.
Hello, everybody. I was tiptoeing, but she caught me anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you've had lots of prayers.
I want to thank you all. And as you can see, I'm doing quite well. I have the best care in the world, and I so appreciate all of you guys.
Yeah.
And it just means a lot. You have a very beautiful thing going here, so
Okay.
I'm doing good, and we'll continue.
Okay. So, well, that was unexpected, but what a beautiful way to end the video. So I think that I have covered everything here. So I'm going to ask you to grab your stitching, get comfortable, and stitch what you love. I love each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart. So bye-bye. Until next time.
What was that? Like he was punting in footballs.
Okay.